Good morning, Warriors. Back with another episode of Vigor Warriors 2. This is your host, Vigor Warriors 2. And welcome to the 1% Club. I wanted to do one early this morning before I had a chance to get going. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you guys are in your streak. Continuing. We're going to talk about just some going back a little bit, some definitions here, because I think that it's important. Al Z had some great comments yesterday defining areas, and I want to make sure that we kind of do that so you kind of know where I'm coming from a little bit on this, and trying then to kind of see where we're at. Now remember, before I do that, go up, subscribe, comment, like. I keep forgetting to do that, and donate. And we're over 600, almost 650, so that's wonderful. I feel very blessed. Thank you so much to all the viewers out there. I think that it's important for us to continue to move ahead and try to get as many kind of people involved in this as possible. So once again, I want to shout out to a lot of people here. Leveling up at 196 days. Keep going, my friend. Al Z, of course, had some great comments yesterday. Alvin, thank you, my friend. Charles, 67 years old at 385 days. Great, Charles. Keep going, my friend. Keep going. OJ Air Max, thank you, my friend. Heat from Lake Miami. Continue, my friend. You're doing well as well. No name thinks I'm a professor from Michigan. Well, not quite, my friend, not quite. So, but probably right, a little bit right. Fresh start, day 2. Go ahead, my friend. Keep on the streak. Keep going one day at a time. Thank you guys so much. We're gonna do one on diet pretty soon again from Money Masora number 7. Magic, I think, talks about memory. We're gonna talk about that a little bit too. We still have some from Real Legend, Abstract 1 on Imperfect, and being when it comes to nutrition, things like that. And then also DMX, I'm going to try to do one on that one. And there's also Fountain of Youth as well. So I wanted to kind of talk about today on our broadcast here. Talk about Al Z made some great comments, and he was kind of breaking it down a little bit. And so we're going to tell this one, what is semen retention? We talk about semen retention. What do we really mean by semen retention? And I think it's a very important topic because I think we want to kind of clarify a little bit about what we're doing and what we're kind of involved in here. So remember now, guys, this is a lifestyle change. That's what this whole thing is. So I only keep track mainly for two reasons. One is this is the first time I've had a long streak. And so I like to kind of see how far I go on this one because I made the commitment. The other part is that because I'm doing the videos, I like to kind of see you guys take a look at my perspective once I hit so many days. Certainly if I release at some point, which we're all bound to do at some point, we're going to end up going back and probably not counting days, just continue to do it. But this is the first time I've really had a long streak like this, so I wanted to kind of make sure I did this. And obviously, of course, I want to kind of show different types of levels as time goes on. And I think we've had some great comments from viewers talking about how I look different, or I've changed a little bit over time since we began these way back at the beginning. Last year in August. So I think certainly that's some of the reasons why I'm doing it. But I want to kind of talk about a little bit of the breakdown. Now let's kind of talk about what I call semen retention. I think some people, they have different interpretations as well. So when I talk about it, I really only talk about it in 2 terms. And I may have miscommunicated before about this too, but 2 terms I'm basically talking about. The key is you do not want to release energy. That's the whole key. And that's what I really look at when I look at this whole thing. So obviously when we talk about not releasing energy, you have 2 ways to go. You can go through your, and I think LZ calls it hard mode, where you're basically kind of talking about, no sex, no releasing, all that kind of stuff, okay? That's the hard mode. And that's kind of what the streak is that I have. That's 800 and I think it's now 51 days. It was 850 yesterday. And then the other one is the harder mode where you're not even thinking about this and you're getting away from it. And at that point, I'm at 100, let's see, 90, I think 95 days or something like that. I'm close to 100. Okay, I lost my streak, 100 days ago. And so now I'm restarting it again. That's a much difficult one because you have to kind of eliminate all the thoughts and ideas, and that's not something that I'm master at yet, or have gotten close to it. So I'm working on that one still. But I think the important thing to remember is that this is a kind of a lifelong battle for all of us. Some of us are in different situations than others, and so we're learning things. There's been 47 years to kind of figure out how to do it when it comes to what I call the hard mode. Now, I guess there's a soft mode as well, as the LZ is pointing out, when it comes to just watching porn, not watching porn, NoFab type of thing. But I associate NoFab with not releasing at all, not having sex, things like that. And that's just kind of my definition of it. And so certainly each one of you has your own ideas and able to kind of look at those type of things yourself and kind of see, kind of what are you trying to do? The main thing to me is the same outcome, and that means releasing. I think that there's so many problems in this world. We deal with all the things that have been telling us, go ahead and release, go ahead and do this, and go ahead and release more and more and more. That to me is an issue. I think that doctors and people telling us that, I think it's a big illusion, and then the doctors may not realize it either. Who knows? But the idea really is the fact that, to me, you want to keep your nutrients only when you're going to procreate and have children, as far as I'm concerned. I mean, if you choose to do it with somebody that you really want to do it with, well, that's your choice. But remember, it can become very addictive, and you got to be careful. So we talk about this hard mode. We're talking really about no intercourse, nothing like that. Now, I made a dedication, and my wife is supporting it as well, to be able to do this for a long period of time and see really what happens. And I wasn't sure what was going to happen when I started this, 800 some days ago. But it is really something that's really important, and it's really making life difference. And obviously, my family, wife, everybody is so much different. I mean, I was getting hit on yesterday by a 19-year-old. What it was. I mean, it is unbelievable to me how this has really impacted. Now, of course, I'm not really interested, because if you're in monk mode, you're not really thinking about this kind of stuff. I mean, you notice it because it's really right there. And you can't really avoid it, because you want to be polite and you want to kind of say nice things and just be polite with it. But you realize the difference with women they're attracted to you in some ways as compared to when they weren't. And you would never get these kind of reactions as I'm doing now if I wasn't on this. But again, I'm not really interested in that. And so basically what I'm doing is kind of working both ends away from each other. I mean, I draw one away, and all of a sudden now there's more attraction, and women treat me differently. Now, if this was the case, 40 years ago, I would have reacted differently. But then again, I probably would not have had the retention either. And so it's kind of a two-edged thing. So what you got to do, to my opinion, is focus on one person. If you're going to have a relationship, have one person. This is where the people have made the most money, successful, where they're not kind of wasting all their time and energy on several people at the same time and doing one-night stands and all this other kind of stuff. Now, the question then also becomes, can you actually go ahead and have intercourse without releasing? Well, some people can do that. Now, I have not done that. I'm not sure at my stage, if that could be done. So I've kind of decided, and we decided that, I'm going to wait, and we're going to see what happens. And if I keep getting better and better and better, it may be something I will do somewhere in the future. But the idea that what you really want to do is kind of think about the releasing. And if you ever put yourself in a position where you're going to release, well, then you've got to try to hold back with it and just kind of not go through with it. And I guess that's the only thing I can kind of suggest with it. But the whole idea that you really want to kind of look at is the idea that it's a matter of losing your nutrients. Now, again, if you're a person who, loves your wife or, loves your girlfriend, and you really want to do this kind of stuff, well, then that's fine. Just remember, bud, you're going to go back, start one again. You're going to have to recreate and kind of build up again, and you're going to have a different situation. Like I said, we're all in different situations. If you're 20, 25 years old, 30 years, I can understand it because I was there. I understand having a girlfriend. I understand, getting married. I understand that kind of stuff, I've been married 30 years, so I understand that. And I think the thing is you have to kind of make a decision yourself. So I like the definitions that LZ, and a shout out to LZ on this, that you put together with easy mode. I mean, certainly I think easy. I don't know. I mean, it's easy mode compared to the hard mode, right? But none of this is very easy. I mean, for me at least. You guys may be a little bit easier because you haven't gotten the long history of it. But after 40 some years of this, nothing is very easy to me. So I think even the NoFab is a great thing. So I would say, even people, we have 2 days here. I think fresh starts on 2 days. That's wonderful. This is a battle. And I don't care what level you're talking about. I mean, you can go to the infantry level, I call it, and at the front lines, and just talk about actual pictures you're seeing all over the place that pop up on your screen and things like that. And that's even the beginning of it. But then you're going to go into deeper. Once you build a habit, you start going to deeper and saying, okay, I'm not going to have any kind of physical sex either, in a course where I could release energy. And then the third one, you could basically say, okay, now I'm going to go to hard mode, and I'm going to kind of eliminate it totally. Now, obviously, we all have a drive, and this is important to recognize, because in the Fountain of Youth, there was a lot of discussion about having a superhuman power, but you're not eliminating your drive. What you're doing as you're getting older is you're learning to transmute it. Some people are worried, well, I'm not going to have a sex drive and things like that. You will still have a drive. In fact, as you take care of yourself better because of this, your drive's going to get better and better and better. It's just going to be transmuted into other activities. Your energy level is going to go way up. Your attraction level goes way up, and your focus goes way up, and it continues to stay that way. I mean, I still continue to have tremendous benefits after 850 some days. So this kind of stuff, I think, continues to work with you, and you have to kind of realize this is the rest of your life, as far as I'm concerned. Now, who knows how long I'm going to live, but I'm 61. I've been enjoying the last 2 years of this, and I'll continue doing this as long as I can. Now, will I ever decide to release? Well, that's something that I'll look at it down the line if it's something that's really important to do. But once again, this is a lifestyle change we're talking about. So no matter if you're 2 days, or you're 196 days, or you're 300 days, or you're 800 days, the days don't really matter. What really matters is the fact that you have the mental attitude that this is not something I want to do. This is not a healthy thing to do. Looking at pictures, just having one night stands, random people most of the time, and just going ahead and just losing my energy all over the place. And obviously we're not just talking about physical, we're talking about stress levels and things like that. But those things are things that physically you can kind of control a little bit better. And there's some things you can actually control better. So that's the kind of thing you have to kind of look at. So I think as we look at this, LZ, a shout out to you, my friend, again. I think that your comments are very well put together. I like those categories. I never thought about it in the 3 categories you're talking about. I just think that I usually, in the way I'm looking at this, I combined the easy and the hard mode together, basically saying that you just can't have intercourse at that point because of the temptation to release, especially if you're doing it randomly. If you're just talking, if you had a history of just kind of talking to people and doing randomly, well, then that's a big difference, and you can't really kind of focus on that as your long-term type of thing. So, all right, my friends, well, enough for today. LZ, again, great comment. I appreciate it as always. And keep writing, my friend. Keep kind of sending things, and we have a lot of great viewers who keep focusing on trying to get better and working better, and I think it's wonderful. So again, as you guys look at this, keep on your battle, no matter how many days you're doing it, no matter what mode you're in, no matter what you're trying to do. Keep building that battle, getting stronger and stronger, and eventually your habits are going to kind of become successful, and you'll become that man that you want to be. All right, guys, God bless you guys. Have a great day, and I wish you the best of luck every day you do this, and continue to remember this is a lifestyle change, and that you're going to create a whole new life for yourself. God bless you guys, and battle on!